On a chilly October morning in 2024, a woman named Clara stormed up to our secluded cabin in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, banging on our locked gate and shouting that she was the president of a non-existent HOA. Clipboard in hand, armed with official-looking papers and an air of unearned authority, she demanded to inspect our property. My wife, Emily, a former paralegal with a knack for spotting scams, had been waiting for this moment. Years ago, my father lost a cabin to a shady property advisor, a wound that still stung. That memory fueled Emily's resolve as Clara tried to bully her way in. Little did Clara know, she just walked into a trap that would unravel her entire scheme. 3 months earlier, Clara had appeared in our quiet mountain community, posing as the Grayson County HOA enforcer. She sent fake violation notices our cabin's paint was non-compliant, our landscaping substandard, and threatened $600 monthly fines. She didn't stop at us. She targeted elderly widow Mrs. Thompson, the Carter family, the Lopez household, and 7 other neighbors. But Clara miscalculated when she went after Emily. After her mother fell for a scam years back, Emily swore never to let a con artist win again. She dove into research, uncovering Clara's real identity. Clara Bennett, a disgraced realtor from Richmond who'd lost her home to an HOA foreclosure in 2021. The Grayson County HOA she claimed to represent dissolved in 2019. Emily didn't just stop there. She built a case, secured a warrant with Sheriff Daniels, and set up hidden cameras around our property, waiting for Clara to overplay her hand. That gray morning, as Clara ran it at our gate, Emily hit the intercom with a calm, cutting tone. "Good morning, Clara, or should I say a mess?" Bennett from Richmond. Clara froze, her confidence crumbling. Emily stepped onto the porch, holding a folder. "When you forge documents, maybe don't use Comic Sans," she said, her voice dripping with controlled amusement. "And those notices?" Printed on cheap Walmart paper. Clara's protests faltered as Emily revealed the truth. The county used watermarked paper, and her laminated ID badge was peeling. I couldn't resist joining in. "My dad lost his home to people like you," I said, my voice sharp with old anger. "Not this time." Clara's desperation peaked. "I'm coming in whether you like it or not," she shouted. That's when Emily dropped the bombshell. "You have the right to remain silent," she said, waving an arrest warrant. As Sheriff Daniels' patrol car crunched up our gravel driveway, Clara's bravado collapsed. The sheriff laid out her crimes: fraud, impersonation, theft by deception. Emily handed over her evidence. 6 months of fake notices, threats, and proof Clara had scammed 8 families out of $6,750. Mrs. Thompson lost $1,000. The Carters, $700. The Lopez's, $600. Clara's accomplice, her husband Tom, was next. Emily had tracked his movements, planting a GPS-tracked decoy client list in their home. When Tom, panicked by Clara's arrest, broke into our cabin thinking we were gone, cameras caught every move. Sheriff Daniels arrested him mid-burglary, his crowbar no match for Emily's meticulous plan. At Clara's competency hearing, she played the victim, trembling in a wheelchair, claiming mental illness from her foreclosure trauma. But Emily had her jail calls Clara plotting a new scam in another county, her voice cold and calculating. When the prosecutor played the recording, Clara snapped, her frail act shattered. "That's illegal wiretapping," she yelled, exposing her full awareness. The courtroom gasped. Judge Harper's sympathy vanished. Clara got 3 years in prison and ordered to repay $6,750. Tom got 18 months for cooperating. The community exhaled. Justice wasn't just served, it was a reckoning. Emily turned our pain into power, creating the Blue Ridge Protection Network. Mrs. Thompson, once a victim, now trained seniors to spot scams. Our system stopped 4 more fraudsters in 6 months, and 38 communities adopted our model. 2 years later, Clara, released early, showed up at our door, remorseful, handing over records of 19 victims. She'd changed, but forgiveness wasn't ours to give, it was for those she hurt. Our community, once prey, now stands as a shield, with 0 scams in 3 years. But the fight isn't over. A new scammer is targeting ranches in Montana. How far does this web of fraud stretch? Should criminals like Clara get lighter sentences for mental health claims? Or is that just another con? Can communities ever be too vigilant? Or is paranoia the price of safety? Share your wildest scam stories below. Hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of justice.